Good morning. I'm Dr. Jamie Sutherall, Associate Dean of Student Affairs at St. Louis University School of Medicine, and I would like to welcome you to the 54th Annual Pre-Commencement. Reverend Robert Murphy of the Society of Jesus and Campus Ministry for St. Louis University will give the invocation.
The Contemplation to Attain Divine Love is the title that St. Ignatius of Loyola gives the final prayer of his spiritual exercises. He begins it with 2 points. The first is that love ought to manifest itself in deeds rather than words, and that love consists in a mutual sharing or exchange between 2 parties. That is to say that the lover gives to the beloved from what he or she has, and likewise the beloved gives to the lover from what he or she has. And as he moves into the prayer, St. Ignatius invites the retreatant to think about all that God has given him or her, then to see God in the gifts and working through them in the person's life, and finally to give gratitude to God for all the gifts given. So let us all take a moment to think about all that God has given us during our time at St. Louis University. And in these, see how God has worked through these gifts in our lives. And with these in mind, let us give gratitude to God and be grateful for all these gifts as we pray. Good and gracious God, we give you thanks for all you have done for the graduates of the School of Medicine at St. Louis University. Continue to bless them and give them the graces they need to serve and care for your people. In response to your action in their lives, let them always give from what they have been given, their education and their training, by living for your greater glory and by being men and women for and with others. For ourselves, we pray that you bless this event and all who organized it. Bless St. Louis University and all our faculty, staff, and alumni. And particularly bless all our graduates and their families and friends. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen.
Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Robert Wilmot, Acting Dean and Vice President for Medical Affairs of St. Louis University School of Medicine. Dr. Wilmot.
Thank you, Jamie. Students, faculty, family, and friends, welcome to this remarkable celebration in which we bestow the degree of Doctor of Medicine to 178 deserving students. Today, students, you will gain acceptance into a profession that offers a lifelong learning opportunity and continuously gives back to those who have earned the degree. Each journey will be unique, but nearly all will be marked by the responsibility to deliver the safest and most compassionate health care to those whom we serve. You are entering a life of service to your patients by committing to a vocation that will test your resolve to keep pace with new developments. On behalf of your patients, I hope that you will energetically meet these challenges to adapt and become an even better physician. I trust that you will constantly learn because you value ingenuity, the insatiable desire to continuously acquire problem-solving medical knowledge. Today, the conferring of the doctorate degree of medicine obliges each of us to continue to ask questions and challenge the conventional wisdom. Importantly, I trust that each of you will be leaders in your medical community, working with community leaders, colleagues, and patients to improve health. Today, you will celebrate your accomplishments, but tomorrow, please take some time to reflect on your achievements and the characteristics that brought you here. Know that these values you hold dearly will serve your patients well. Go forth to a wonderful career that will allow the greatest service to your patients. I offer my personal congratulations to every one of you. Please stay engaged with St. Louis University. We welcome you to visit the St. Louis University community at any time. Thank you. I would like to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Gunnar Esiason, who is a 28-year-old young man living with cystic fibrosis who graduated from Boston College in 2013. I have known Gunnar since he was 3 years old, as I was his physician at Cincinnati Children's Hospital when he was first diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. I think this is the first time in the history of our medical school that the Dean is introducing one of his own former patients as a commencement speaker. Gunnar now works tirelessly as Director of Patient Outreach and board member at the Boomer Esiason Foundation, the non-profit organization his parents founded on learning of his cystic fibrosis diagnosis. Throughout his lifetime, the Esiason Foundation has raised in excess of $140 million to support cystic fibrosis. The organization has successfully supported drug development, important clinical trials, various cystic fibrosis clinics, including my own at Cincinnati Children's, and patients through financial aid programs. Gunnar is also the co-host of Breathe In, a cystic fibrosis podcast. He is a prolific writer and was formerly the head coach of his high school alma mater varsity ice hockey team, dear to our hearts in St. Louis, right? Ice hockey. However, beginning this summer, Gunnar is going back to school to pursue a Master's of Business Administration at the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth. And he will also receive a Master's degree in Public Health at the Dartmouth Institute for Health Policy and Clinical Practice. So you might wonder why he is planning to do this. But Gunnar has stated that he believes it is important for people living with chronic illness to feel empowered, to advocate for themselves, to work with their care providers, and to contribute as equals within the healthcare structure. He is very engaged with these activities and travels nationwide, giving lectures and talks at children's hospitals, biomedical conferences, and also consulting with leaders in the rare disease community. Gunnar lives in Long Island, New York, and his foundation is based in Manhattan. Please welcome this most accomplished young man, my former patient and friend, Gunnar Esiason.
Thank you, Dr. Wilmot. And of course, thank you to the administration for inviting me to speak here today. To the St. Louis University School of Medicine class of 2019, allow me to be one of the first to say congratulations, and more importantly, welcome to the team. Following graduation, you will carry out the Jesuit tradition of being men and women for others. In doing so, you will be teaming up with patients on their journeys to better health. You and your patients will play equal role in the pursuit of common goals. I stand in front of you embodying the complex medical cases that all of you will face in your careers. I live with multi-drug resistant bacteria in my lungs. I am pancreatic insufficient and require a feeding tube. And I'm a clinical trial participant. All of that is because of a genetic defect that causes a certain protein to act inappropriately in my bronchial epithelial cells. More commonly, we call my case cystic fibrosis. I'm one of about 35,000 Americans living with what is otherwise known as the most common fatal genetic illness. For the friends and family in here who have no idea what I just said, sometimes I have a hell of a time trying to breathe, and other time my poop looks super weird. It has also been said, but I have to say not confirmed, that I own the fastest beer funnel time in the history of Boston College. And it was only because I did it through my feeding tube. With all that being said, it's now time for a room full of doctors to listen to a patient. The story of cystic fibrosis is one of the most transformative in medicine. Back in the early 90s, when Dr. Wilmot was my doctor, and I, embarrassingly enough, was deathly afraid of blood pressure cuffs and thermometers, cystic fibrosis was known as a childhood illness with few patients surviving into adulthood. Now, all these years later, we are on the precipice of correcting the protein dysfunction at the heart of the condition, and we expect patients to have the opportunity to live long and successful lives. Yes, cystic fibrosis will likely remain a killer for years to come, since we have only figured out one piece of the puzzle, but now all of us living with the condition have the opportunity to survive. All told, I have close to 3 decades of experience living, breathing, and succeeding inside our healthcare system. I have kicked more residents out of my hospital room than I care to count. I have argued defiantly with medical recommendations, and I have had to say, no, I refuse, far too many times. But I have also met some of the most brilliant physicians the world has ever known. When I was in Boston, I spent time as a patient at Boston Children's Hospital. My pulmonologist, Dr. Craig Gerard, during one consult, used words that I didn't even know existed in the dictionary to describe my then present condition. During the next appointment, though, he refused to allow me to skip out on a college spring break trip because I had developed a pulmonary exacerbation. As he put it, quote, "If you're not sitting on the beach in a few days with a drink in your hand, then why are we even doing this?" He saw me as a person and then as a patient. More than 20 years ago at Cincinnati Children's Hospital, Dr. Wilmot provided the care and comfort my parents needed following my cystic fibrosis diagnosis. He gave them the confidence to know that everything would be okay. At the beginning of last year, my pulmonologist, Dr. Emily DeMango at Columbia University Medical Center, New York, said, quote, "Gunnar, 2018 is going to be a great year for CF." It was quite the statement given only half a decade earlier. I was inching towards end-stage illness, supplemental oxygen dependency, and possible transplant candidacy. She was mostly correct. It had taken a number of years, but I'm now the healthiest I have been in a long, long time, thanks not only to recent drug development, but also tireless effort from everyone on my care team, led by Dr. DeMango. So what sets them apart from other care providers I've worked with? They value my personal and subjective patient experiences. Today, I demand that my care providers see my more than quarter of a century worth of experience in cystic fibrosis as a tangible resource when we develop treatment plans. Listen to your patients. As you move through your careers in medicine, just about all of you will have the privilege of participating in some of the most important moments of a person's life. Good or bad, these are the moments that will be remembered. You might have to be the physician who has to deliver some of the worst news someone could ever imagine. You will have to learn how to say, "I'm sorry, the treatment isn't working." You might have to tell a man in his 20s the cancer is spreading and we are running out of options. You might even be the one who has to deliver a cystic fibrosis diagnosis to an unsuspecting family. I have been on the receiving end of some very tough conversations myself. "Gunnar, I'm sorry, but it looks like the bacteria is now fully resistant to that antibiotic." It never gets any easier, but somehow I'm able to find confidence in my physicians in those moments. I challenge you to discover a novel way to inspire your patients in the very worst of times. You will have to find the line between empathy, medical literature, and common sense. It will be hard, but all of you wouldn't be sitting here today if you were not ripe for the challenge. On the other side of things, you might be the physician who gets to be there for the very best moment of somebody's life. Maybe you get to tell the mother of 2 that she is cancer-free. You could be the surgeon who tells the child's parents the transplant was a success. Or maybe you're the one who gets to tell an expecting mother who's having pregnancy complications that she is responding to treatment. You may see 15 or 20 patients in a day, and maybe 1,200 patients in a year. For some of those people lying in the hospital bed or sitting across from your desk, you may be one of the most memorable people in their entire lives. You may be the person they interact with on the very worst day or the very best day of their entire lives. They may remember your voice when you delivered the good or bad news 50 years later. Just like I remember the recovery room staffer who told me I could funnel a beer through my feeding tube. Regardless of the anesthetic haze that I was in, it was a conversation I will regrettably remember forever. That is the power you have as a doctor, and I especially want you to remember it during your residencies, and then wherever you are as a future leader. It's going to feel like you are pulled in 1,000 different directions, but you have to find a way to prioritize patient interaction. You will be remembered for how you handle specific conversations with your patients. It is your responsibility to inspire confidence and trust as you tackle complex cases within an already challenging healthcare landscape. It's an exciting time to be a physician. There are countless obstacles ahead of you and more than enough opportunity to overcome them. Believe it or not, challenges and obstacles are good things. They make sure we are adaptive and goal-oriented. All of you in the class of 2019 are here today because you are some of the most goal-oriented, ambitious people in the country. I hope you and your families take pride in that. What I want you to know is that I am alive today because I, along with the millions of Americans living with a rare disease, am also one of the most goal-oriented people you will ever find, and it is a trait that all of us share with all of you. Patients and doctors are unified in the quest for better health, wellness, and success. The relationship begins at the point where common goals between patients and providers are established. One of the challenges you will face happens to be the single greatest threat in front of humanity, the rise of antimicrobial resistance. Whether you're going to orthopedics, pediatric surgery, oncology, infectious disease, dermatology, or anything in between, the odds are quite good you will run into a person facing an antibiotic-resistant infection. In fact, not only am I one of those people, but also the CDC tells us that at least 2 million people in the United States each year get such an infection. It is an enormous problem, and I can tell you from experience that living with a drug-resistant infection does kind of suck. All of us will have a role to play in this battle. For me, it's personal. I lost a best friend to a superbug this past December. Leah also had cystic fibrosis, and she died because, quote, "Gunnar, these antibiotics aren't working for me anymore." Our patient community loved her, respected her, and listened to her. In spite of cystic fibrosis, she was a nurse caring for many of the same people you will treat throughout your careers. Leah has inspired me to prioritize this challenge, and I am hoping to inspire you to face it down in your careers as well. Patients, providers, researchers, and drug makers have to come together to develop novel medications and techniques to curtail antimicrobial resistance. As the challenges you face begin to mount, perhaps you will take some basic advice from the patient standing here today who has stared down one insurmountable challenge after the next. Don't be afraid to search outside the box for an answer you may not initially see. Don't let the walls of the hospital restrict you from becoming the care provider you have always wanted to be. And if all else fails, don't shy away from asking for help. Feel confident in your decisions and recommendations. Make eye contact with your patients first, and then their family members and support systems. And above all else, listen. You will be treating people who want to feel better and get back to their lives. Some people may not want to play a role in their care, and that's okay. Others will, and you need to allow them to do so. When you are working with a patient, you are offering a recommendation, and you must listen to feedback. One of the best things you can do for yourself and the medical outcome of your patient is to learn about the person sitting in the hospital bed before you. Discover what motivates them, understand the context of their lives, and work together to find trust. You will be challenged, you will continue to learn, and you will succeed in your careers. I look forward to hearing about your accomplishments and how you team up with your future patients. Feel good about what you are doing, what you have done, and what you will do for the care of others so that we may all have the chance to live. Congratulations to the St. Louis University School of Medicine class of 2019, and welcome to the team.
Well, thank you, Gunnar, for that wonderful presentation. I personally found it quite inspiring, and I hope that our graduating class feels the same way. There were very many very poignant points there and very important words of advice for all of us. So at this time, I would like to introduce the members of the stage party. And please stand up as I call your name. So, Father Robert Murphy, Campus Ministry. Dr. Gregory Smith, Assistant Dean of Student Affairs. Dr. Daniel Blash, Vice Dean of Diversity, Equity and Inclusion, and Chief Diversity Officer. Dr. James Wilmore, Associate Dean of Admissions. Dr. Chad Miller, Senior Associate Dean, Undergraduate Medical Education. Dr. Jerome Dwyer, School of Medicine Alumnus, or Alumni Association. Dr. Jamie Sutherall, Associate Dean of Student Affairs. I think you may sit so we can see the row behind you as they are identified. Thank you. So, Dr. Sarah Barnett, Learning Specialist in Medical Education. Dr. Tyler Deshawn, Assistant Dean of Student Affairs. Dr. Joel Eisenberg, Associate Dean for Research. Dr. Julie Gamek, Associate Dean for Graduate Medical Education. Dr. Jane McCowart, Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs and Professional Development. Dr. Linda Morrison, Assistant Dean, Preclinical Curriculum. Dr. Deborah Schindler, Assistant Dean of Program Evaluation and Assessment. Dr. Lauren Schwartz, Assistant Dean of Student Affairs. Thank you. The individuals who lead our academic departments in the School of Medicine are our departmental chairs. Some of them are with us today, and I would like to introduce them at this time. Again, I would ask them to stand to be recognized. Dr. Salim Abdul-Rauf, Chair, Department of Neurosurgery. Dr. Justin Antisdale, Chair, Department of Otolaryngology. Dr. Oscar Cruz, Chair, Department of Ophthalmology. Dr. Enrico De Cera, Chair, Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Dr. Deanna Glazer, Interim Chair, Department of Dermatology. Dr. Christine Jacobs, Chair, Department of Family and Community Medicine. Dr. Mary McLennan, Chair, Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology. Dr. Ravi Nayak, Interim Chair, Department of Internal Medicine. Dr. Blakely Noyes, Interim Chair, Department of Pediatrics. Dr. Howard Place, Interim Chair, Department of Orthopedic Surgery. Dr. Samir Siddiqui, Interim Chair, Department of Surgery. Dr. Raymond Tate, Interim Chair, Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Neuroscience. Dr. William Wald, Chair, Department of Molecular Microbiology and Immunology. Thank you. I would like to introduce the holders of endowed chairs and professorships, so please stand and be recognized. Dr. Justin Antisdale, holder of the Donald and Marlene Jerome Chair in Otolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery. Dr. Oscar Cruz, holder of the Anwar Shah Endowed Chair in Ophthalmology. Dr. Enrico De Cera, Chair, the Alice A. Doisy Endowed Professor in Biochemistry. Dr. Ravi Nayak, holder of the James B. and Ethel D. Miller Chair in Internal Medicine. And finally, Dr. Howard Place, holder of the Richard J. Kemi Professorship in the Department of Orthopedic Surgery. Thank you. So, Dr. Sutherland.
Are you ready? We shall now proceed with the vesting of tomorrow's graduates with their doctoral hoods. The color or colors with which the hood is constructed indicate two things. The satin lining is that of the college or university which granted the wearer's degree. For example, St. Louis University is known by the blue chevron on a field of white. The velvet edging signifies the field of study of the faculty granting the degree. Dark blue, the Doctor of Philosophy degree, and green represents the Faculty of Medicine. For the recipients of Doctor of Medicine, I will announce the specialty they have selected and the location of their advanced training. You will find the honors and awards earned by each student listed in the program. Students wearing green and gold cords are those who are members of Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Dr. Chad Miller and Dr. Tyler Deshawn will place the hoods. Dr. Gregory Smith and Dr. Sarah Barnett will present gifts from the Alumni Association. To all I ask, please hold your applause, your attaboys, your whoop whoop, until all students have been introduced and given their hoods. Dr. Wilmot and Mr. Simon, will you take your places? Drs. Miller and Deshawn, Smith and Barnett. I will first introduce those students receiving dual MD and PhD degrees. Anit Behera, Neurology, University of Chicago Medical Center. His PhD work was done with the Center for Health Outcomes Research. His mentor was Dr. Eric Armbrecht. His thesis title was Across the Continuum of Stroke Care Outcomes, Analysis of Management in a Clinical Setting. Andrew Jones, Internal Medicine, Washington University School of Medicine, Barnes Jewish Hospital in St. Louis. His research was with the Department of Molecular Microbiology and Immunology. His mentor was Dr. Daniel Holliger. His thesis was Induction of Peripheral Regulatory T cells and Prevention of Autoimmunity by Tolerogenic Dendritic Cells. Raymond Kreinkamp, Pediatrics, Washington University School of Medicine, St. Louis Children's Hospital. His research was with the Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. His mentor was Dr. Susanna Gonzalo. His thesis was Novel Contributors to the Pathophysiology of Hutchinson-Gilford Progeria Syndrome. Konstantin Malley, Internal Medicine, University of Nevada, Reno School of Medicine. His research was with the Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. His mentor was Dr. Sergei Korolev. His thesis was The Crystal Structure of Calcium-Independent Phospholipase A2 beta reveals novel features and suggests intriguing mechanisms for its regulation. Christia Abernathy, Family Medicine, Southern Illinois University School of Medicine in Springfield. Rima Agarwal, Diagnostic Radiology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Drew Albers, Neurosurgery, Emory University School of Medicine in Atlanta. Charles Anderson, Pediatrics, Carolinas Medical Center in Charlotte. Jake Anderson, Ophthalmology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Kyle Ardivanis, Orthopedic Surgery, Madigan Army Medical Center in Lakewood, Washington. Ariel Axelbaum, Neurology, Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in Boston. Kurt Backer, Transitional Year, Navy Medical Center in Portsmouth, Virginia. Dylan Barnes, General Surgery, Palmetto Health Richland in Columbia, South Carolina. Catherine Bates, Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of California, Davis Medical Center in Sacramento. Joseph Behrens, General Surgery, University of Kentucky Medical Center in Lexington. Scott Berkheimer, Internal Medicine, Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Washington, D.C. Ramya Bharathi, otolaryngology, Tufts Medical Center in Boston. Aditi Bamareddy, obstetrics and gynecology, Oregon Health and Science University in Portland. Claire Brady, family medicine, Northwestern University in Grays Lake, Illinois. Robert Breeden, pediatrics, Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City. Talitha Buddy, anesthesiology, Maine Medical Center in Portland. Eileen Bowie, general surgery, New York Presbyterian in Flushing, New York. Jim Butler, emergency medicine, Creighton University in Phoenix, Arizona. Amanda Calhoun, psychiatry, Yale New Haven Hospital in New Haven, Connecticut. She's also receiving a Master of Public Health degree. Sarah Chan, internal medicine, University of California, Irvine Medical Center in Orange, California. Bill Chen, psychiatry, University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics in Iowa City. Katrina Chin, obstetrics and gynecology, University of Hawaii in Honolulu. Rithi Chokshi, pediatrics, Washington University School of Medicine, St. Louis Children's Hospital. Zikran Chaudhary, internal medicine, New York Presbyterian in Flushing, New York. Jia Chu, diagnostic radiology, Washington University School of Medicine, Barnes Jewish Hospital in St. Louis. Roy Collins, psychiatry, Stanford University programs in Palo Alto, California. Roy Collins, psychiatry, Stanford University programs. Ryan Corbett, emergency medicine, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, Nellis Air Force Base. Michelle Craddock, obstetrics and gynecology, The Ohio State University Medical Center in Columbus. Carl Dacredin, emergency medicine, University of Maryland Medical Center in Baltimore. Ken Decatani, internal medicine, University of California, Los Angeles Medical Center. Kareem Diab, internal medicine, Montefiore Medical Center in Bronx, New York. Krista Dollar, internal medicine, Harbor UCLA Medical Center in Torrance, California. Brittany Dukes, physical medicine and rehabilitation, Washington University School of Medicine, Barnes Jewish Hospital in St. Louis. Emma Dwyer, orthopedic surgery, University of Chicago Medical Center. Lance Flesh, Diagnostic Radiology, University of Virginia in Charlottesville. John Flo, Psychiatry, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Catherine Foster, Internal Medicine, Rush University Medical Center in Chicago. Grace Fredman, Psychiatry, Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School in Piscataway, New Jersey. Lindsay Freed, Family Medicine, Medical College of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. Julie Friend, Pediatrics, Indiana University School of Medicine in Indianapolis. Natalie Gaio, Orthopedic Surgery, University of Wisconsin Hospital and Clinics in Madison. Colin Gallagher, Internal Medicine, University of Illinois College of Medicine in Chicago. James Galogli Jr., Otolaryngology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Amy Gallup, Psychiatry, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Kavisha Gandhi, Internal Medicine, University of Arizona College of Medicine in Phoenix. Hannah Gassy, General Surgery, York Hospital, PA in York, Pennsylvania. Mackenzie Junio Zorkin, General Surgery, Missouri University Hospitals in Columbia, Missouri. Jake Gold, Emergency Medicine, Detroit Medical Center, Wayne State University. Matt Gracca, Anesthesiology, Rush University Medical Center in Chicago. John Green IV, Orthopedic Surgery, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Alexandria Gregory, Emergency Medicine, University of Massachusetts Medical Center in Worcester. Vivek Gulati, Anesthesiology, University of California Irvine Medical Center in Orange, California. Divya Gupta, Child Neurology, University of California Irvine Medical Center in Orange, California. Joanna Haight, Anesthesiology, University of California, San Francisco. Katie Hansen, Pathology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Colin Hart, Family Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine, Scott Air Force Base. Victoria Hayes, Obstetrics and Gynecology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Molly Henson, Family Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine in Belleville. Stephanie Hines, Internal Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Dave Ho, Neurology, Boston University Medical Center. Jeffrey Houghton, Anesthesiology, University of Michigan Hospitals in Ann Arbor. Christina Shea, Psychiatry, Case Western University Hospitals in Cleveland, Ohio. Antoinette Hu, General Surgery, Penn State Hershey Medical Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Caressa Hoy, Radiation Oncology, Stanford University Programs in Palo Alto, California. Kevin Huynh, Internal Medicine, University of Texas Southwestern Medical School in Dallas. Scott Ingham, Internal Medicine, Central Iowa Health System in Des Moines. Robert James, Internal Medicine, Psychiatry, Medical University of South Carolina in Charleston. Megan Johnson, Internal Medicine, Olive View UCLA Medical Center in Sylmar, California. Jacqueline Jones, Pediatrics, University of California, Los Angeles Medical Center. Mejid Jumaili, Anesthesiology, Jackson Memorial Hospital in Miami, Florida. Kristen Kalinowski, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Mercy Hospital, St. Louis. Timothy Kaniki, Internal Medicine, Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland. Manmeet Kaur, Internal Medicine, University of California Davis Medical Center in Sacramento. Matthew Keller, Emergency Medicine, University of Louisville School of Medicine in Kentucky. Ikra Khan, Emergency Medicine, University of Texas Southwestern Medical School in Dallas. Chang Yoon Kim, Internal Medicine, Loma Linda University in California. Christian King, Psychiatry, University of Florida College of Medicine in Jacksonville. Diana Knaber, Dermatology, Kaiser Permanente, Los Angeles, California. Allison Knewitz, Otolaryngology, University of Wisconsin Hospital and Clinics in Madison. Alex Knutson, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Penn State Hershey Medical Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania. David Kwame, Psychiatry, University of Washington Affiliated Hospitals in Seattle. Gregory Landers, General Surgery, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Jasmine Lau, Family Medicine, Naval Hospital, Jacksonville in Jacksonville, Florida. Vincent Lay, Internal Medicine, Alameda Health Systems in Oakland, California. Adam Lee, Pediatrics, University of California, Irvine Medical Center in Orange, California. Hyun Lee, Internal Medicine, Rhode Island Hospital, Brown University in Providence. Casey Leertz, Anesthesiology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Lauren Littell, Pediatrics, Washington University School of Medicine, St. Louis Children's Hospital. Jason Lieselak, General Surgery, University of Washington in Seattle. Zachary Leffelholtz, Orthopedic Surgery, John Peter Smith Hospital in Fort Worth, Texas. Michelle Liu, General Surgery, Albert Einstein Medical Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Theodis Anthony Maltbia III, Anesthesiology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Sierra Mangone, Pathology, Hospital of the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia. Niveditha Manivanan, Internal Medicine, Case Western University Hospitals in Cleveland, Ohio. Alice Martino, General Surgery, University of California, Irvine Medical Center in Orange, California. Sarah Matsumoto, General Surgery, Westchester Medical Center in Valhalla, New York. Janice McCaskill, Psychiatry, University of California, Davis Medical Center in Sacramento. Ian Michaeli, Psychiatry, University of Nevada, Reno School of Medicine. Caleb Miller, Urology, University of Kansas Medical Center in Kansas City. Christopher Ng, Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, Medical College of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. He is also receiving a Master of Business Administration degree. Amy Wen, Internal Medicine and Pediatrics, University of Kansas School of Medicine in Wichita. Kevin O'Fee, Internal Medicine, Washington University School of Medicine, Barnes Jewish Hospital in St. Louis. Mary O, General Surgery, Methodist Hospital in Houston, Texas. Raymond Okeke Jr., General Surgery, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Sarah Olafson, Internal Medicine, Boston University Medical Center. William Page, Internal Medicine, University of Wisconsin Hospital and Clinics in Madison. Michael Pan, Internal Medicine, University of Michigan Hospitals in Ann Arbor. Nathan Park, Internal Medicine, University of California, Irvine Medical Center in Orange, California. Elena Passerb, Diagnostic Radiology, Washington University School of Medicine, Barnes-Jewish Hospital in St. Louis. Amisha Patel, Pediatrics, University of Texas Southwestern Medical School in Dallas. Kunjan Patel, Otolaryngology, Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Kush Patel, Internal Medicine, Zucker School of Medicine, Northwell Lenox Hill Hospital in New York City. Nishita Patel, Obstetrics and Gynecology, MedStar Washington Hospital Center in Washington, D.C. Payal Patel, Internal Medicine, Louisiana State University School of Medicine in New Orleans. Ravi Patel, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Loyola University Medical Center in Maywood, Illinois. Shivam Patel, Ophthalmology, Indiana University School of Medicine in Indianapolis. Nicholas Peening, General Surgery, University of Illinois College of Medicine in Peoria. Nabiha Qadri, Neurosurgery, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Anjali Ranade, Family Medicine, Riverside Community Hospital in Riverside, California. Brittany Redmond, Internal Medicine, Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston. Adam Reinagle, Family Medicine, Mercy Hospital in St. Louis. Rebecca Rohde, Otolaryngology, Medical College of Wisconsin, Milwaukee. She is also receiving a Master of Public Health degree. Eric Roy, Otolaryngology, University of Nebraska Medical Center in Omaha. Andrew Roy, Diagnostic Radiology, Cleveland Clinic Foundation in Ohio. Paulina Rue, Internal Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. David Russell, Family Medicine, Riverside Community Hospital in Riverside, California. Rachel Ryan, Pediatrics, Children's Hospital of Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. Alex Sadowskis, Orthopedic Surgery Research Fellowship, Rush University Medical Center in Chicago. John Salamone, Internal Medicine, University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics in Iowa City. Ryan Sanchez, Pediatrics, Case Western University Hospitals, Cleveland, Ohio. Tejas Sungoy, Internal Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Michael Scolarici, Internal Medicine, University of Wisconsin Hospital and Clinics in Madison. Nelson Shreve, Family Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine, Scott Air Force Base. Eric Sink, internal medicine, University of Colorado School of Medicine in Aurora. Jessica Smith, emergency medicine, Stanford University programs in Palo Alto, California. Clayton Southern, obstetrics and gynecology, Greenville Health Systems in South Carolina. Spencer Squire, family medicine, University of New Mexico School of Medicine in Albuquerque. Shobha Sridhar, obstetrics and gynecology, MedStar Washington Hospital Center in Washington, D.C. David Starr, pathology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Tanya Sue, pediatrics, Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas. Aditya Suresh, internal medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. An Ta, family medicine, Swedish Medical Center in Seattle. Rebecca Tolkien, psychiatry, University of Southern California in Los Angeles. William Thinnis, internal medicine, Rush University Medical Center in Chicago. Louis Tian, psychiatry, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Madeline Topitsits, family medicine, Spartanburg Regional Healthcare in South Carolina. Jessica Tran, psychiatry, University of Arizona College of Medicine in Tucson. Joshua Trierweiler, urology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Albina Tyker, internal medicine, University of Chicago Medical Center. Rachel Von Lerty, obstetrics and gynecology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Dayan Vertikapa, internal medicine, University of Wisconsin Hospital and Clinics in Madison. Bradley Waller, family medicine, Broadlawns Medical Center in Des Moines, Iowa. Katie Wang, anesthesiology, The Ohio State University Medical Center in Columbus. Lauren Wayman, general surgery, University of Arkansas College of Medicine in Little Rock. James Williams, diagnostic radiology, Mayo Clinic School of Graduate Medical Education in Rochester, Minnesota. He's also receiving a Master of Business Administration degree. Scott Williams, psychiatry, Tulane University School of Medicine in New Orleans. Alexander Wisbeck, emergency medicine, University of Texas Southwestern Medical School in Dallas. Johnny Wu, internal medicine, University of Illinois College of Medicine in Chicago. Flora Yazigi, Pediatrics, Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore. Gabriel Yu, Emergency Medicine, Washington University School of Medicine, Barnes-Jewish Hospital in St. Louis. Nicole Yun, Internal Medicine, Rush University Medical Center in Chicago. Zachary Zabriskie, Pediatrics, Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore. Erica Zach, Family Medicine, Advocate Healthcare, Park Ridge, Illinois. Kathy Zhang, Internal Medicine, Virginia Mason Medical Center in Seattle. Stephanie Zhang, Pediatrics, Children's Hospital, Los Angeles in California. Tony Zunica, Pediatrics, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the St. Louis University School of Medicine Class of 2019. It is now my pleasure to invite to the podium Dr. Jerome Dwyer on behalf of the National Alumni Board, who will welcome those who will be our newest alumni following Saturday morning's graduation ceremony. Jerome V. Dwyer, MD, MBA, is a physician, advisor, mentor, and serial entrepreneur who is a native St. Louisan. He grew up in Webster Grove and attended St. Louis University High School. Higher education includes cum laude in biology from St. Louis University, MD degree from St. Louis University School of Medicine, cardiology and electrophysiology fellowships at Washington University School of Medicine, and Master of Business Administration from the Trulaskey School of Business at the University of Missouri-Columbia. Dr. Dwyer has practiced cardiology and electrophysiology for over 25 years at Missouri Baptist Medical Center, BJC Health System, here in St. Louis with satellite offices in Union, Missouri, and Washington County Memorial Hospital in Potosi, Missouri. Dr. Dwyer pioneered providing healthcare through state-of-the-art cardiac clinics to some of the poorest counties in Missouri. He has also dedicated his life to the fight against cardiovascular disease and stroke in the American Heart Association, serving as president and supporting various initiatives of the AHA. Dr. Dwyer has served as a board member of MedLaunch, helping to foster startup companies within the St. Louis University academic environment, mentoring students as they begin their business ventures. Additionally, he sits on the executive advisory board for the Richard A. Chaffetz School of Business. Dr. Dwyer recently served as the chair of the LCME Remediation Committee for the School of Medicine. He presently sits on the SSM Health Foundation Board of Trustees and presides as fundraising chair for the new SSM SLU Hospital. Through his love and dedication to the SLU School of Medicine, he will be honored as the 2019 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient tomorrow at graduation. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Dwyer.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Jerry Dwyer, and I am a cardiologist, electrophysiologist in private practice here in St. Louis, and a member of the St. Louis University School of Medicine class of 1985. Greetings to Dean Wilmot, associate and assistant deans, faculty and staff of the School of Medicine, and to each of the 178 awesome doctors of the SLU School of Medicine graduating class of 2019. Congratulations. You all made it, and what a great job you did. Doesn't it feel like the day you figured everything out in life, you are forced to start all over again? It was 1985 when I was seated in your chair. They called it a transition, but at the time it felt traumatic, thinking about starting over again in a residency program in internal medicine on my path to practicing cardiology. In a few short weeks, you all will be starting over again as residents, some here at SLU and many others all over the country. You will be starting programs in pediatrics, internal medicine, family medicine, psychiatry, ophthalmology, surgery, and some continuing on in research in the basic sciences. I look forward to hearing about your journeys to practicing in academic medicine, private practice, research programs, leading a medical school, running a hospital, running an entire healthcare system, crafting healthcare policies that will guide medicine in this country for decades to come, working in the innovation and invention space, developing new technologies and devices for multinational companies or small startups like those down the street in Cortex with St. Louis U. A few of you may continue to pursue additional advanced degrees such as PhDs, MPH, JD, or even an MBA. But the common thread is that all of you received your start here at St. Louis University School of Medicine, and your resume will always state that you received your MD degree at SLU in the class of 2019. I am delighted to welcome each of you to the ranks of over 128,000 SLU alumni across the United States and the globe, and over 8,000 medical school alumni nationally as well as internationally. While your days at the medical school are now over, there are many ways to stay connected to the university, and I hope you will consider those. Help plan your reunion. Come celebrate with your friends and reminisce about the memories you have made the last 4 years of medical school. Attend an alumni event. Throughout the year, the university hosts a variety of events locally and around the country for SLU grads. These events are a great opportunity to stay connected to the university and to your classmates. Update your contact information. Stay connected with your classmates and with SLU. As you move, be sure to update your contact information so we can keep in touch, and let SLU know what you're up to. We want to be able to brag about you. On behalf of St. Louis University School of Medicine and SSM Health, I would like to invite all the graduates and their families to attend the grand opening of the new SSM SLU Hospital. It is a $550 million urban replacement hospital opening on September 1st, 2020. I have a timeline clock on my desk, and today it reads 472 days till the opening. So exciting. We are working with SSM and SLU to incorporate the most advanced technology, including virtual ORs and emerging AI and other innovations now in the decades to come. Finally, I want to thank the entire SLU School of Medicine family for presenting me with the 2019 Alumni Merit Award for the School of Medicine. I am honored and humbled to be presented such a distinguished award by my peers. I'm undeserving, but very happy to receive the award and to move the School of Medicine forward in the Jesuit tradition. I'm looking forward to many more years of service as we enter into the next decade. Graduates, this is not a traumatic time in your life. It is truly a terrific time. You and your families should be so proud of your accomplishment. On behalf of myself and my family, brothers Dr. Joe, class of 1970, and Jim, class of 1978, my sister-in-law, Dr. Mary, class of 1986, and now my daughter, Dr. Emma, class of 2019, we welcome all the graduates to the club. Welcome to the St. Louis University School of Medicine family. We all have been waiting for you for the past 4 years. Congratulations and God bless.
I would like to invite class co-presidents Emma Dwyer and Charles Anderson, and medical student government executive president and vice president Nabia Qadri and Clayton Southern to the stage to give the class farewell response.
I don't know if any other med school in history has had 4 presidents try to give a speech at the same time, so we'll see how this goes. Good afternoon. We, the class of 2019, would like to welcome our families, friends, loved ones, tolerated ones, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, nephews, nieces, side pieces, enemies, frenemies, esteemed faculty. Basically, everyone in this room, if you can hear my voice, we welcome you. We would like to extend an extra special welcome and thanks to Drs. Raley and Smith, who will be retiring this year. We're sure we're going to see Dr. Raley around while Dr. Smith is pleased to announce he's taking over the weather and traffic updates on the 9s at local radio station 106.9 The Fields. Congratulations to the class of 2019 for being the most beloved class in the history of SLU School of Medicine. So beloved, in fact, that 3 separate old men fought and scrapped to be your deans over the last 4 years. Students, everyone look to your left, and now look to your right. 2/3 of you will pass on crippling financial debt to your 4 kids after you drop dead in OR5 following cup of coffee 6 for the day in the middle of your 7,800-hour work week at the age of 90. The joys of private education. Seriously though, congratulations. We've worked so hard for this day to come, and we're thrilled to be here. Did you guys think this day would ever come? Better yet, did you think that the day would come when you would have to check that little box on every application from here to eternity? No, I have not committed a felony, but yes, I have been on probation. We've learned a lot these past 4 years. You definitely want to show up to Dr. Martin's lectures. You definitely do not want to sit at Kevin O'Fee's computer in the library. When rotating at SLU, just go to Glennon for lunch. Know who's rotating at the VA for that sweet, sweet up-to-date access renewal. We learned the Krebs cycle, which I'm sure we all remember. How to draw the brachial plexus, which I'm sure we all remember. And a bunch of acronyms, which I'm sure we all remember. AKI and CAD and FSGN and ASCUS and CAH and MELAS and MERF and BOHICA and P=MD. And above all else, we learned one thing that we will all take away, which is do not call the cops, call Bob.
Thanks, Charles. Obviously, it's easy to poke fun at those you love, especially when it comes to family. Over the last 4 years, we have made deep and lasting bonds, as our class has become our family, even though a little dysfunctional at times. As we all know, the SLU family is one that lasts for generations. Trust me, I know. Love the alumni speech, Dad. But like all families, not all times are a walk in the park. Sometimes you gotta roll with the punches. But thanks to the help and support of all our friends, faculty, and administration, we made it through. Here's looking at you, Chad and Jamie. Thanks for helping us survive. Each of us is unique in our own right. Some of us are fashionably inclined, while others of us are so ahead of the times. Don't worry, Dave, PJ's and Anatomy Lab will catch on eventually. Some of us lift, obviously Kujin, and some of us try to lift, Sorry, Jason. While in med school, we have grown our portfolios to include advocating at the Capitol, entrepreneurial endeavors with MedLaunch, and endless service hours at volunteer sites. But we have also worked hard to maintain our hobbies and interests outside the hospital. Check out Claire's health and wellness blog that has already reached thousands of viewers, or catch some fresh air with the rock climbing crew. After a delicious dinner, swing by the New Line Theater, where you can see Tim starring in a play. And to top it off, our class even started its own band. By the way, friends and families of PALPS would like us to let you know that their musical expertise is available for any engagements, weddings, or retirement parties. Gotta make a dent in that $300,000 debt somehow. But if we were to tell you of all the accomplishments that our class has made over the last 4 years, we would need many, many, many hours. This is an incredible family, and the 4 of us couldn't appreciate you all more.
Applause, I like it. And to think that I almost missed out on all of these exceptional people. I don't know if many of you all know this, but I actually didn't get into medical school the first time that I applied. At the time, it was the hardest thing that I had ever gone through. I didn't know what my path would be. I wasn't sure if I was going to end up in medicine. I ultimately decided to reapply, and I am so thankful that I did. In retrospect, not getting into medical school in 2014 meant that I got to spend the most amazing 4 years of my life with you all. Emma mentioned the more lighthearted, memorable side of medical school, and honestly, when my friends were seeing the Snapchats I was posting, they'd be like, "Are you even in medical school? Like, what are you doing?" And yes, we were definitely in med school, but the side that we fail to post on social media, the side that is full of doubts and full of failures and is scary and daunting, that side has made us who we are today. Members of our class have faced a lot, from applying multiple cycles to even be sitting here, to taking extra time to pass board exams, to not matching and having to endure the SOAP process, from dealing with strife political situations to having to deal with the death of loved ones during class. All of these experiences have led us here. In the face of adversity, we do become stronger people. Through all of these big obstacles and all the small ones we face every day and all of the constant change that we've been through, we faced and overcame new challenges to become better people and the physicians that we are meant to be. This class is truly, truly filled with some of the best people that I have ever known. I'm gonna start crying. Of everything you've heard today, it is honestly the character of this class that I will remember the most. I have met the most kind-hearted and caring souls, people that I will fight to the death for and that I know will do the same for me. Take a look around. You can see that our class is very diverse. Not everybody looks like me, not everybody thinks like me, and certainly not everybody holds the same beliefs I do. But where differences exist, my classmates stood out to me for their compassion and their understanding. I've encountered so much openness and respect from everybody. These are the people that I'm proud to call my future colleagues and my friends for life, and my family that makes me super excited to continue my training here at SLU. I love you all.
Now, usually this is the part of the speech where someone would get up here and spend 20 minutes telling you to go out and change the world. Don't worry, guys, you guys get to sit through another one of those tomorrow. But I'm not gonna do that today. And mostly, I'm not gonna do that because you guys are already passionate, hardworking, resilient, dedicated, inspiring, and all those other adjectives that they would use to describe you. You guys are already all of those things, and then some. We all know that the anecdotes you've heard from Nabiha, Charles, and Emma today are evidence of that fact. These last 4 years have been anything but easy, but our journey's just beginning, and we still have many obstacles left to overcome. Over the course of the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or however many years of residency you guys may have left, we're all gonna be faced with situations in which we second guess ourselves. Come July especially, we're all gonna have moments where that imposter syndrome is gonna sit in. We're gonna worry, are we good enough? So really, all I wanted to do today was stand up in front of you guys, my friends, the people that have been my family the last 4 years, and tell you all, you are already good enough. You are already all of those things, and then some. You are on your ways to becoming the best versions of yourself, and you've truly and sincerely helped me become a better version of myself. So, when you leave here today, the next couple of weeks go off to residency, just do you. It's worked pretty damn well so far.
We are here today and we graduate knowing that our experiences here at SLU have prepared us immensely for our successes to come. Guys, you did it. You sat through this 90-minute ceremony, you listened to 178 of us get called, 7 Patels, 4 of us up here talking through this speech. It's finally now time for us to recite the Hippocratic Oath. I think it goes something like, I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Is that right, Jamie? Oh, no, that's not how it goes. I think all we're trying to say here is mischief managed. Congratulations, class of 2019, we did it.
Thank you, Emma, Charles, Nabir, and Clayton. You know, I'm not old. So, we will now proceed with the recitation of the Hippocratic Oath. It is our tradition that the graduating seniors choose the physician whom they would like to lead them in this pronouncement. They have chosen to invite Dr. Jamie Sutherwell. Jamie, would you like to come to the podium?
You haven't heard from me enough yet today? I'm honored and humbled that you would select me to lead you in this. Thank you. Great honor. Will the graduating seniors and any physicians in the audience who would like to join them please stand? You will find the words of the oath inside the front cover of the program. Got your programs ready? Okay. Join me. Now, being admitted to the profession of medicine and dedicating my life to service, upon my honor and before God, I freely make these promises. I will carry out that regimen which, according to my power and discernment, shall be for the benefit of my patients. I will keep them from harm and wrong. To none will I give a deadly drug, even if solicited, nor offer counsel to such an end. I will maintain the utmost respect for all human life. I will respect and show gratitude to my deserving teachers and, in as far as I reasonably can, shall teach the art and science of medicine by precept, lecture, and other modes of instruction to those who are worthy. My own life and my professional practice I will keep guiltless and right. Even under threat, I will not use my knowledge contrary to moral law. I will keep silence regarding that which, within or without my practice, I shall see or hear in the lives of others which should not be made public, holding such things unsuitable to be spoken. When skill or knowledge greater than mine will benefit my patient, I will seek assistance or advice, nor will I refuse my aid or my counsel to other physicians. I will not permit considerations of race, religion, nationality, party politics, social standing, or financial circumstances to interfere with my attending my patient. I will maintain the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession and forward its highest ideals. As long as I shall keep these promises inviolate, may I continue the practice of my profession and be respected for all time. Should I violate them, may the reverse be my lot. Thank you. You may be seated.
So, graduates, let us recognize those individuals who provided unconditional support through your journey and deserve our thanks for their unfailing guidance. Parents of graduates, congratulations. It has been a remarkable journey to see your sons and daughters accomplish this prominent achievement. Many parents have watched you grow and mature into the professionals that you are today. You have indeed made them proud. The sacrifices have been many, and today the reward is great. Would the parents of graduates please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Spouses and children of graduates, you have been an integral part of the career development. Few know the sacrifices of a medical student until you live with them day and night. Thank you for your constant love and support. Let us recognize them as they stand. Family members, brothers, sisters, and friends who have been there for you in many different ways, we recognize you too. Thank you. Finally, events such as this are the culmination of the efforts of many individuals, often those behind the scenes that are ensuring every detail is accomplished. You know who you are, so please stand and accept our sincere gratitude. Faculty, you have devoted your careers to medical education, and the fruits of your labor are evident in this graduating class. You should be proud of your contributions. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Dr. Sutherland?
Would the School of Medicine chorus please come forward for the benediction? Looks like you already are. I would like to thank the Pre-Commencement Day Marshals, Dr. Marilyn Maxwell and Dr. John Martin, and Mrs. Regina Leaders, who coordinated today's ceremony. I would like to remind all who RSVP'd for our pre-commencement luncheon that our catered lunch will be served at 1:30 on the Doisy Research Center lawn between the LRC and the Doisy Research Center. It's a beautiful day. Come join us. I ask you to please remain in your seats until the stage party, followed by faculty and graduates have exited. God bless you and have a safe and remarkable journey. Thank you. Good afternoon.
May God hold you